Infiltration! With Purrgil Company's feint complete, the rebels retreat from the Doldur system, leaving Druckenwell in the hands of the evil empire. Without support from the Alliance, Brac is forced to take action on his own, sending 2 former imperial troopers, Tag and Bink, as spies into the jaws of the empire's occupation force.
Greetings and welcome to the Dicey Cantina, and to a very special episode this evening. I'm joined by 2 voices that you all are familiar with, I'm sure. A couple starbirds, Zach and Katie. Hello, guys.
Hello, what's up?
Hi.
We're
Welcome.
Here. Finally.
You're here.
We made it.
You've made it to the cantina.
We finally made it.
Pull up the stool.
Made it to the cantina. Yeah.
We finally got off that rock.
It's great to be here.
Thank goodness. Yeah, let's do some quick introductions.
Hi, I'm Katie, and on the Starwars podcast, I play Gid the Kid. And on this podcast, I will be playing Bink Otana.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zach. I'm on the Starbirds podcast as well, and I play the wonderful Tad on that podcast, whose history is filled with superfluous details.
That you can tweet about.
Exactly. Tonight I'll be playing a completely different character named Tag. Tag Greenlee. It seems
any relation?
Maybe there might be like distant second cousins, probably. So there's through some sort of backwoods connection there. But yeah.
And do we get any tag bits tonight?
Oh, tag bits. Oh no. Put me on the spot. I should have had one. It's a little tag bit. Tag thinks that sleeves are not necessary on most items of clothing. He's a tank top kind of guy. He likes, when the sun's out, the guns are out in Tag's world. That's him.
That must have gotten him in a lot of trouble when he was a trooper.
When he was an Imperial guard, yeah.
He's always ripping the sleeves off his uniform.
Yeah, so you guys are playing some interesting NPCs for us tonight, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, we're playing former Imperial guards.
Yeah.
Which is a first for us. Yeah.
This is the first time, too, that I have taken the opportunity to have people reprise an NPC role as characters.
We feel honored.
Let's talk a little bit about your characters.
Okay, sure. Bink is he's just a big lovable himbo, and he was content to do his job and earn his ranks and whatnot, and then he just came across this beautiful creature who he just fell immediately in love with, and he got her digits, her comlink number. He's been calling it every day since she left him on this planet, and so far he's not made contact, but he still holds hope that Syndra will contact him.
I think Tag, it's a tale as old as time. You sign up for the Empire, they're like, you'll see the galaxy. You're going to be all ends of the galaxy. You'll be, flying starships, all that kind of stuff. And the reality of the situation is he was just stationed at a podunk town as a guard in front of a party. So I think a lot of the time he just was so bored, and he didn't realize the mundane nature of being, a grunt in a big Imperial army. So I think that had something to do with him changing sides, is because there was finally some action going on, and he saw an opportunity to be more involved in something, I think.
The propaganda posters really got Tag.
Oh yeah. No, he definitely was. He saw the propaganda posters. He's a big guy. He loves visuals. I'm sure they made like a propaganda film, where they blow up some stuff and some pyrotechnics involved, and he was super about it.
But speaking of blowing up some things, there was a particular instance, I think, a defining moment for Tag and Bink when they were the front guard boys for the Imperial Governor Katavu. I believe there was an explosion that may or may not have been their fault.
It's a plausible deniability is huge in this world. So as long as there's not 100% proof that we did do it, then there's 100% proof we didn't do it at this point.
Also, tons of people bring briefcases to art auctions. So I mean, how are they supposed to know it was full of bombs?
They're supposed to check every briefcase.
Yeah, there's like so many briefcases.
It was
bound to happen eventually.
It's about to happen eventually. I like that. The inevitability of Some briefcase
Yeah.
somewhere has to have bombs in
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
We checked most of them. I'll say that. We checked
Yeah.
most of the briefcases.
Yeah.
Just maybe not all.
We checked all the ones that weren't shoved into bushes. So,
Yeah.
and it just so happens that the one that we don't check that's in a bush is the one that blows up. So, I mean, is it really our fault?
Egg on our face, I guess, you know.
Hats in the water, on the speedboat, out of town. No reason to
Yeah,
explain it to your commanding
exactly.
officer.
We don't need to look back. Bink doesn't
Yeah.
believe in that.
Forward.
So you guys
man.
have been working for Brac for a while, a couple months, I think, running some errands here and there. What's that been like for you guys?
It's been great seeing another part of, the planet that isn't just like a state. Like being able to move around to different locations is great. Binks loves just discovering new things and not being forced to stand in front of one building for like 12 hours a day. It's great.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, the suns are out, the guns are out. So to be able to get out of that armor and for people to see his face, I mean, and inside that armor, you're dehumanized in a way. So I think it's been very cool for Tag to actually be, people to see his face and not like, have fear, like be a part of whenever people see him. I think it's like being treated like a person again.
Tag definitely has severe t-shirt tan for sure. Like a farmer's tan.
Me, Tag, you mean?
Oh, sorry. Tag.
Oh, okay.
my
Yes.
gosh.
Tag.
That's going to be all night long. I'm just going to be adding to Tad's backstory on this show.
Oh, before I forget, we should roll our destiny roll.
Okay.
And we'll kick this story off.
Okay, I think I rolled it, but I don't know where it went.
So all results will go on that game table
okay, I
chat there.
Oh, I rolled dark side.
So I see we've got 2 light side, 1 dark side. Well, and you guys are familiar with Donate for Destiny. I know this.
Because you have helped our
Yes,
destiny.
we have felt the effects of the Donate for Destiny.
Yeah, so Donate for Destiny is amazing.
Yeah, Donate for Destiny is a part of our show as well. And I've lost the name and I'll have to re-find it. But someone months ago donated for Destiny. And they donated for you guys to have an extra light side point.
Yes.
So you have 3 light side, 1 dark side now. And
Incredible.
a reroll should you
What?
choose to take it.
Well, knowing that, we will play fast and loose with our rolls.
Yeah.
As
you
we
have
always
just the
do.
one,
Okay, just one.
One each,
but
right?
you do have it. It's just the one shared between the two of you.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Well, so our story begins tonight with Tag and Bink on the south side of the Imperial Freedom Plaza in SGI Area 9, where not more than a week ago, a battle took place between some rebels, a swoop gang, and the Empire. There's rubble everywhere. The cleanup is still ongoing. Tag and Bink have been sent here on behalf of Brac to find a way back into the Imperial good graces. Brac didn't really give a lot of direction other than the request that he needed more information about what the Empire was up to. And so sending the trusty Tag and Bink, ex-Imperial guards, the front gate boys, y'all's job tonight is to get back in good with the Empire and start feeding information back to Brac.
Okay.
All right. We're going to become spy boys.
We'll be the back gate boys by the end of this.
Yes. Actually, we kind of are back gate boys if we're being spies.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what
I
I'm
get
saying.
it now.
Basically placing you guys at the south end of what is essentially Central Park. So you got tall buildings all around you, but a big kind of open park that is Imperial Freedom Plaza. And all around you are the troopers and things that are cleaning up the rubble. And what was attacked was the Imperial barracks there. Nice little trapezoid building that has a couple of extra holes in it now.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're back in our old armor and we are just trying to assimilate to a certain extent, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think your mission typically the rebel missions would go that there's hey, here's a contact for you to reach out to, or here's the person getting you in. But Brac didn't have any of that. He just knew that you used to work for the Empire, and he sent you to where the rebels recently attacked, asking you to get back in with the Empire so that you could start feeding him information. So it's just Tag and Bink standing on the southern side of Imperial Freedom Plaza. There's a light rain. It's evening.
I mean, you gotta love Brac. He just he says the Empire's here. You guys used to be Empire. Why don't you just go for it? I mean, no direction at all. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if he could have had like a name or something, but I guess we're just going to do this.
Would there be any way of knowing like what's like if there's a specific troop that would be here? Is there any way that Tag or would recognize?
Oh, like former coworkers or something?
So like if the troopers that are here have like sigils on or something, I guess or a way to find that out. Maybe I could speak to one of them or something.
Yeah. So the things that have changed since over the last 2 months is that when you first arrived on Druckenwell, you were assigned as the protection detail for Imperial Governor Kotavu.
Mm-hmm.
You were a small battalion of less reliable troops that the Empire didn't necessarily need on the front lines. And when this attack took place, an Imperial Star Destroyer arrived in the system as backup. And now there's a battalion of stormtroopers, not just Imperial troopers or army troopers, but the actual stormtroopers, full white armor, that are marching around and kind of taking control of the scene. I will point you that you do have some light side tokens if you want to know any of the former troops or recognize anybody. That would be one use of that.
So essentially we were like the ragtag outcasts, and we were the guys that didn't take it as seriously. And now that the Empire's here, they have the legit actual stormtroopers basically are here.
The diehards are here.
The lifers.
Yeah. The lifers.
Yeah.
I'll
use a light side point to maybe recognize a commanding officer, or maybe recognize a troop that is here or something along those lines.
Right. Well, you absolutely do that. Tell me a little bit about this trooper that you recognize.
He was your old gym buddy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I don't know if I want them to be my buddy because we've been gone for about 2 months, right? So,
yeah. But if we were part of the like extendable or expendable people, then maybe he would get it. Like maybe he'd be like, you got out, good job. Like maybe he'd be cool.
Yeah. So I recognize a trooper who I don't recognize them straight away because maybe there's a certain like color like sleeve he has on that he always wore. It's like maybe there's a chip in it or something that he got when we were in basic training. So I went to basic training with this guy, and we were gym bros basically. I'm not good at names. What's a good name for a stormtrooper? So I go up to him and I'm like, Sanchez, is that you?
Tag?
Hey man, what's up? It's crazy that we're both on the same cleanup detail here.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in like months.
Yeah, we actually got we got in some trouble actually last time, and they kind of put us on some how do you say, I've been on cleanup work for a long time, I guess you could say. So they took me and Bink, and we've been just basically like peeling potatoes for the past, I don't know, gosh, how long has it been?
Yeah, I'm real sick of seeing potatoes.
Yeah, last I saw you guys here, that's a lot of potatoes. We didn't even get served that many potatoes. They must have been mad because
I think they threw a lot of the potatoes that we were peeling away. I think it was basically just it was cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, they were just trying to send like a message, like don't leave your post or you're gonna get stuck with months of potatoes. And let me tell you, lesson learned.
Oh no, we didn't leave our post. Oh,
I mean,
we just got.
If you leave your post, you're gonna get stuck with all these potatoes. It was like a precautionary kind of thing.
It was a parable, but we were living the parable of so yeah. So anyways, it's nice to be outside again. How are you?
Cleaning up rubble. And were you guys inside when the barracks was attacked?
Yeah, we were inside when the barracks was attacked.
It was crazy,
wild.
wasn't it?
It was absolutely insane.
Totally nuts.
I mean, there was the
just out of nowhere.
Explosion, and then that second explosion, and then
the second one was huge.
I thought the first one was bad, and then the second one, I was like, that's definitely another explosion.
I definitely tripped over a couple bags of potatoes.
Man, yeah, it's I've been keeping my head down. It's been crazy, that's
the best way to do it.
Yeah, you've always been smart like that, Kev. Sanchez. Sorry.
Sanchez.
I haven't been outside much, so like my eyesight isn't as good. I can only see potatoes now.
So anyways, they didn't really give us any specifics on how to help, so we just kind of just picking up rocks and moving them around. Where are we actually putting all this rubble and everything?
Oh, the rubble's going to the south end there. The transports come and pick it up, and you load it on, and they take off, and you load up another pile. I mean, so much of the barracks is just kind of in pieces now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They didn't mention the moving rubble part in all those posters that we saw growing up, you know? They left that out.
Yeah, I get that.
Left that out of the promotional material.
Yeah. If I had known how much moving, I probably wouldn't have skipped leg day so many times.
So, this is kind of a, I would only ask you this because it's kind of an embarrassing question, but who's like the commanding officer kind of around here? I know that seems silly to ask, but like I said, we've been kind of tucked away in our own little hole for the past couple of months or so.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys were in the barracks when it was attacked, after that, everything changed. That Star Destroyer parked itself overhead. CO Gaines took over. He's a hard Sith. Your helmets look like they don't quite match. I'll warn you, don't let him catch you even an inch out of uniform.
Oh, okay. Hey, is there somewhere we could go get changed? I mean,
yeah, refreshed.
Yeah. I mean, because the barracks are all, torn up and stuff. But like, is there somewhere else we could grab new helmets? Because the last thing I need is another write-up because I ain't touching no more potatoes.
If I get any more demerits, I'm just going to be in trouble.
You'll get a disadulation.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the armory still has all the uniforms and helmets and stuff like that in it. It's
okay, cool. Is the armory like we would know where that is, right? Because we were on this base? ?
No.
We've been on bases before, though. Yeah.
Okay. The armory's still in the same spot, right? Like that didn't get moved either. I mean,
no, unfortunately, they didn't hit the armory, so it's
okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then we'll just
Bink. It's definitely in the same spot. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, look. What can I say?
Listen, buddy. We're before we get too far here, we're gonna go make sure we're in the correct uniform, and then we'll come back out and we'll help you guys, with the shovels and the rubble and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got crazy upper body strength now, so I can lift tons of these things.
Also, if you need us to like sort of whittle away, we've gotten really good at peeling potatoes. So like there's a very specific muscle memory.
If you want to make these rocks smaller,
we can shade these rocks
I don't think
down.
we need any of the rocks whittled.
Record
I don't
time.
think that's something anybody's asked for. But
you're
going to want sleeves. I mean, full uniform.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I hate to do it.
I know we're lifting rubble, but you can't have your arms just.
I mean, the sun is going down too.
He'll lose it. He'll just lose it.
Okay. Noted. So yeah, I think we're gonna try and head to the barracks / the armory.
Yeah. I agree.
So as you guys approach the barracks, it's you guys are heading east now, and you can see where the remains of like heavy weapons emplacements were blown up and destroyed. And there's a wall that surrounds this trapezoid barracks, but there's a giant hole in the side of it. Like someone drove a truck full of explosives into it, and it opens up to kind of the main plaza of the barracks. So there's troopers stationed at the hole in the gate, but it's now more or less serving as the entrance because it's bigger than any of the doors that were on this place, and they haven't repaired that yet.
Gotcha.
Hey, tell you what, our new friends got really good aim.
They did a number on this place, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we definitely sided with the right people.
Okay, Bink, so before we get in there, I think as long as we just keep walking and pretend like we know what we're doing, I don't really think anyone's going to jump in the way or stop us. So, once we get in there, just act like we know, like we belong. It's kind of weird coming back to the old place, but just act like we belong.
Bink like puffs himself up and he goes, "Confidence is key."
Okay.
Yeah. So Binks is just gonna like try and walk straight past through those people, like no eye contact, just like the two of us are having a conversation, just like start walking in there.
I think
and I'll flip a dark side point.
Okay. I think Tag is gonna limp a little bit. He's gonna develop a limp to try and like sort of do some stolen valor about like how he was. So just to make it, because I'm not wearing any sleeves, just to make it
you
look
have to make
more
up some
natural.
kind of story.
So I'm just gonna develop a limp.
So there's two troopers stationed at the hole in the wall, and as you're approaching, not making eye contact, one of them puts their hand up and is halt.
halt. Papers, orders, please. You know, Gaines.
Papers.
No one in and out without showing the proper identification first.
Oh,
Dude, would we have any sort of identification from back in the day?
I mean,
Maybe-
your ID card definitely, but I don't know that it would
Yeah.
constitute the orders that they're looking for. Let's flip the dark side point.
The orders.
Bink
Yeah.
takes out his ID card and just kind of flashes it really quickly, like, here you go. And just puts it back in his pocket and tries to walk past him.
All right, let's roll a deception check then.
Okay.
With confidence, you can have a boost.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear.
confidence.
I get a blue boost? Okay.
Yeah, and you could be against 2 purple, an average check.
Oh, wait. Can I roll them separately like that? Is that okay?
Sure.
Oh, I guess that works. So 1 threat, so you have success and 2 advantages.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That would bump it down, right? Okay.
To add
Yeah.
on to that, I think Tag is just gonna say, hey, look, man, during the scruff, I lost some of my gear, obviously, and I don't want to get chewed out about not being in uniform, so we're just trying to get back into uniform.
But
Yeah, man.
Where did you
we're just
lose
trying
your
to do
uniform?
our jobs. Like, why you gotta bust our stuff?
Where did I lose my uniform? I don't know. When I was busting my hump out there trying to defend this place against the rebels, buddy. I don't know, man. My sleeves came off somewhere.
You've been out of uniform for
This
like
dude
2
got hit
weeks?
so hard his sleeves came off, man. God.
Yeah. I've been lifting rocks out there. Okay.
We haven't had water in like hours. It's lucky he's not completely dehydrated.
Is that why you're limping?
Yeah, it's
You're
like I
dehydrated?
said, that's part of the problem. I
Yeah, his
have an
muscles
iron
are like
deficiency.
atrophying as we speak. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I would like to get my buddy some help, please. And
And I think Tag is going to really just sort of put my arm around Bink's shoulder and just sort of lean in. a
Yeah,
little bit, with
and
my
Binks is gonna like kind of like scoop him up a little bit and just be like, okay, back off, and like puts his hand out like up and just like trying to move past the guy.
I think they're going to let you go since you have those 2 advantage. You
Yeah.
can bring one more person in with you.
Yeah.
But they're definitely giving you like the side eye. They're very confused.
Sure, that wasn't normal.
No.
It was not a normal interaction.
Thanks for joining us in the Dicey Cantina. And thanks to Zach and Katie for joining us for these episodes. Be sure and check out their excellent Star Wars actual play, the Starbirds podcast, link in the show notes. If you're enjoying the show, be sure and leave a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcatcher. And if you're interested in behind-the-scenes content, bonus episodes, and early release, check out our Patreon. Thanks to everyone who's donated to Destiny so far. And if you're interested in donating, check out the link in the show notes. Also in the show notes are the links to all our social media, so reach out and stay in touch, particularly on Discord. Be sure and stay tuned for a preview of another great podcast. But that's all for now, so pull up a stool, and we'll see you next time on the Dicey Cantina.
Do you enjoy Star Wars, RPGs, and actual play podcasts? Then you'll love the Starbirds. Here are a few clips from their upcoming season set in Hutt space.
Ever wondered what a pickle tastes like in space?
Take a macho pickle and throw it to the side, and then put on just put on the helmet and wait. He's just like eagerly like sitting out right by the door,
You
looking
just like
out.
sealed your head in a container where you're munching down on a pickle. That's the gases you're causing.
That's a fear factor game.
Yeah.
You get to eat all these pickles inside this jar. Ever left your comm link on while you're in the refresher?
You're alone in the refresher, Gid. Gid, please.
You like get so stressed out, it just
He's
holds
like
down the button.
singing in the shower and stuff, and they're like, "Oh my god, not again!"
Just like, oh, I'm gonna make a sandwich. Oh, I like these. Oh, mayonnaise on a sandwich.
He just narrates his
That's
life.
my kid.
Peanut butter for the kid.
I thought he's in the bathroom.
Ever been stranded on a ship with people you can barely stand? Okay, I'm about to J.K. Simmons from Whiplash.
Start clapping
Your ass.
at my
if
head.
If you cannot get this,
Meanwhile, Gad is just like sweating
I will throw a
profusely like the
symbol
kid.
at your head.